today on this wonderful sunny day. No, it's not. We had that yesterday. Hopefully some of you are here to say hello Leslie and to learn about the apostrophe. So today's lesson and the lessons at 10:30 are for kids in S1 to S3. So those of you who are joining me for the first time, basically I'll just give you a little bit about why I'm doing this. So I know it's week 9 of lockdown, maybe even longer, I don't know. We're all getting a bit fed up. I've got 3 kids myself, one at primary, one at high school, and a little one. So I know exactly how frustrating and tiring and exhausting it is trying to juggle homeschooling, running a house, some of you are working from home and everything that comes with it. So I'm just doing this to offer myself to the nation. As you can see, the whole nation's joined us this morning. Seriously doubt it, but never mind. So that's why I'm doing it. And I know, you know, obviously some of you haven't been in an English classroom for many years. I know myself, I haven't been at school for some time. I know I don't look old enough. But this is just to say thanks to all the key workers. It's just doing my bit to help and to hopefully get you through the next few weeks, since it doesn't look likely that we're going to be going back to school anytime soon, although we'll find out later today what the plans are. So the way that these lessons work is I do S1 to 3 roughly at 10:30, and then I do another lesson in the afternoon at 2 o'clock for senior phase, so that's kids in S4 to 6. That's not to say that kids at primary can't join in, especially in the morning class, because obviously some of the things that I'll be revising with you is what they have been doing at primary too, so they're very welcome, so younger siblings could take part as well. And I'm not doing this for payment. I know I will pop up my PayPal account at the end. If you do want to buy me a wee cup of coffee or tea to keep me going, that would be brilliant, but I'm just doing it out of the goodness of my heart to hopefully bring some fun, sunshine like my top this morning, very rainbow fest, and to get your brain cogs turning. If you haven't already, please join the Facebook Aim Higher page. That'll have all the posts on the schedules for every week that I'll be posted on a Friday. It's also got a groups page where you can ask to join, and then if you ask to join the group and then go into files, that's where I'll be putting all the worksheets, because obviously these lessons are only going to be 20 to 30 minutes long. You need to keep reinforcing the learning, so I'm just going to upload things like worksheets and stuff to do after it. Next week we're going to do a little poem, so at the weekend I'll be posting up the poem, and it'd be great if you could print it off or write it out or find one that we can start so that you can maybe read it before the lesson, and I'll give you a little bit of work to do on that at home as well. Alright, I think that's us ready to get started. So how I'm doing this is every day I'm going to have a little word of the day, just to try and expand your vocabulary, which is really important at high school as you go up through the years as well. So today's word is humdrum. I love that word just because it rhymes. Humdrum means lacking excitement or variety, a bit boring, unlike this top today. And a wee example is, the man looked forward to his holiday to get some time away from his humdrum job. Hopefully you don't have one of those. And also I'm going to do a little spelling bee every 2 weeks. So today's word for the spelling bee is simile. So we're going to look a wee bit more at those next week. The way I teach kids simile at school is I always say smile with an eye. Just one eye. So you add a wee extra eye. So it's the word smile, add on an extra eye. So you smile with an extra eye on it. Smile with an eye. So that's that one, because that can be quite often misspelled simile, L-I-E at the end. Because I always say, what does L-I-E spell? Lie! So what does that say? Simile! I'm like, you're very posh today with your similes. Right. And because I'm cheesy, I do a pun of the day as well. Wanna go on a picnic? Alpaca lunch? Anyway, so that's just a little bit of fun to get us going. So today's lesson is apostrophes. Hopefully, most of you watching will know how to use it, and this will be a little bit of revision. So an apostrophe looks like that little fella, smiley face. Hopefully you've got a pen and paper handy. Every day I do a little starter task to get your thinking thoughts going, your brain muscles working, get you energised like Joe Wick, some of you might have been doing already. I'll just do a few lunges. Oh, just pulled my knee out. Oops. That's why I don't teach PE, as you can see. Right, first task to get your brain thoughts going is, can you please, you've got a minute and a half, can you please use the word apostrophes as an anagram and try and come up with as many words in apostrophes as you can. We did this yesterday and did it tuned in. So for example, I can see the word post. Alright, so a minute and a half, try and write down as many words as you can make out of the word apostrophes, and I'll just toodle off to give you some time. Okay, see you tomorrow. Alexa, stop. Hello, this is Holly. Holly's coming to say hello. She's so heavy for a little dog. Oh, this is my workout every day, just picking her up. How many did you get then? Did you do well? Hopefully you got more than 10. I got a 30, well done. Okay, so that was just to get your brains working. What's an apostrophe? That's what an apostrophe looks like. Yeah. An apostrophe is a piece of punctuation that's used for two reasons. One is for contractions. Sorry, I'm not a puff. I've just been running around the block, you know, doing my Joe Wicks workout. So a contraction is a word or a phrase that's been shortened by dropping one or more letters. In writing, the apostrophe takes place where those letters are missing. So here's an example. So if you've got he and will, you shorten it by putting the apostrophe in where the WI should go to say heel. Because if we all walked around going, he will do what he is told, we'll sound very robotic, so you don't often say that. Contractions are used really a lot in speech as well. So that is becomes that's, and then the apostrophe goes in place of the little I. So it's, as I said, it's used to show when letters are missed out in a word, so do not becomes don't. So it's to shorten two words commonly used when speaking. You are becomes you're. Well done. I always like to think about visualise. I always like to visualise things as a bridge between the two words, or you know, whatever's been between shortened. So the bridge replaces the letter that's missing. So I am. So you take off the A, pop in the apostrophe like a little bridge between the letters. Isn't, there's the little apostrophe there. So obviously that's the contraction for is not. Examples, other examples that you'll use all the time. They will becomes they'll, shall not becomes shan't, not shallot, because shallot is a little onion. I have is I've, and you are is you're. We're going to do a little bit more work on that one later on next week. Here's some examples in a sentence. So, Jack would not play with his baby brother. Shame on you, Jack. Jack wouldn't play with his baby brother. So that's you shortened it to say what you would normally say verbally. Emma did not want to eat the chocolate cake. What is wrong with Emma? Why? Just why? I'll have hers. Becomes Emma didn't want to eat the chocolate cake. Your turn. Okay, so on the left I've written the two words, so I will, and then on the right I want you to do the contraction. So what would you shorten those two words to? So I've given you the first one as a little example. So I will becomes I'll. Now the reason that little apostrophe is so important, if that wasn't there, what would that be? Correct. Ill. That would be a completely different meaning. So you don't want people to think that you're unwell, do you? So that little squiggly apostrophe is very important because it can totally change words and they have different meanings. So I'm going to give you, again, a minute and a half to shorten the next four words, and then I'll give you the answers after that. So what would you shorten have not to, and so on. Alright, Alexa, play. Alexa, stop in 90 seconds. Alexa, stop. I'm back. I really apologise if you heard some weird noises while you were doing that task. I wish I could move the camera. My dog has been dancing on the floor for the last minute that I've been doing that. So she likes to do a bit of this, rubbing our back on the ground, and then we usually sing, I like to move it, I like to move it, while we're doing it, but that's just how we roll. How'd you get on? We'll go over the answers just now, so give yourselves a little tick and a thumbs up if you've got them right. So have not becomes haven't. So the apostrophe goes in the place where the O is missing. He is becomes he's. So again, pop that in where the I should go. Should not becomes shouldn't. Missing where the O is. And does not becomes doesn't. A little bit more on that. Two different words here. Dose versus does. This is a very common mistake. I'm sure English teachers and parents bang their head off a wall when they see this. So I'd like you, 20 seconds, tell the person around you or talk to yourself like me, if you've nobody there, what's the difference between those two words? What does dose mean? What does mean? Alright, I'll just stand here while you're doing it. Hopefully that wasn't too distracting. Anybody that's ever had me as a teacher will know that can be a problem. Right, so a dose. What is a dose? Well done. It is a prescription of medicine. It's an amount of medicine. So you would take a dose, like a spoonful of sugar. That's a dose. Does is obviously an action, so that is to do. That's where that comes from. So this amount of times I've marked this over my life, I don't know. Docent. What is that all about? I know phonics are important, but come on. You don't say docent. You're not adding E's on here at the end. That's not a word. So just remember, does not. We're chopping off the O, so it's doesn't. As it says there. Gonna no do that, or I'll have to raise my eyebrow. So when to use contractions, I've already said most of the time it's when you're chatting and characters are speaking in a text. You wouldn't use it formally, like in reports, letters, that sort of thing. So you would use the two words instead. Right, does this seem like familiar? We've had a lot of weeks at home. Don't know about your lot, but whew! I love you. Next thing, World War III. They all want the same thing, yeah, the same toy. Kids in a room will just run to the same thing. Why? I don't know. So, the other reason you use apostrophe is for possession. It's mine! Apostrophes are also used with an S to show that someone owns something. So it's all about ownership, possession. I don't mean, possession as in the devil. I mean possession as in to own. So if you've got a goalie, a goalkeeper, and he's got a shirt, you want to say the shirt of the goalkeeper. Again, you don't want to sound like a robot or a numpty, so you would just say the goalkeeper shirt. To show that that belongs to him, you add an apostrophe S. Just again, 10 seconds. Why is the S why is the apostrophe after the S in this next sentence? My parents' car is in the garage. 10 seconds. Why is it after the S here? Well, fab, if you know, because it's a plural. There's more than one parent. So they've got two parents with one car. So to show that there's a plural, you put the apostrophe after the S. So my parents' car's in the garage. So basically the guitar of Jack, we do not go around saying that. That is the guitar of Jack. We're not archaic, we're not from hundreds of years ago. So you would say Jack's guitar. So the rule is, find the owner, in this case Jack, add the apostrophe, whoa, and then add an S if there isn't one at the end. So obviously Jack doesn't end with an S, it ends with a K, a kicking K. So it's Jack's guitar. The car of my parents is my parents' car. So find the owner, my parents, plural. Add the apostrophe, so you add it at the end if there's more than one. And then it says here, add the S if there isn't one at the end. But in this case, there is. So you don't need an extra S, because you would be like, my parents. It just sounds weird. So my parents' car. Right, couple more examples. Rover's collar, or Holly, who's down scratching her ear. Sorry about that. My dad's trousers. So they belong to the collar belongs to Rover, it's apostrophe S. The trousers belong to the dad, apostrophe S. The boys' coats were filthy. There's more than one boy, so it goes here. Well done. Right, your turn. So, I think there should be 3. Right, I'll give you a minute and a half again. Write them down, or just say it verbally if you like. So, Joe, Dad flew to Canada. How would you tell me that the dad of Joe flew to Canada? How would you say that the flowers belong to the gran and the ladies' toilets were busy? Tricky one, that one. See if it can catch it. Maybe just a minute I'll give you. Alexa, play. Good luck. Alexa, stop, girl. Thanks. Okay, how'd you get on? So, hopefully you've got apostrophe S after Joe. Yes? Apostrophe S after gran. Where's the apostrophe at ladies? After the S. Yay! Because there's more than one lady. Because if there was just one lady's cubicle, it would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Well done. Right. So that is the reason you use apostrophes. Only those 2 things. For contracting 2 words to shorten them. Putting it in its place where the missing letter goes. And to show that something belongs to you. Any other time, just because a word has an S does not mean you put in an apostrophe. Now I'm just going to show you. I think that the grammar rule is, some people say, if you can't use an apostrophe right, don't use it. But I would prefer you to just learn how to use it properly. All around the world, especially social media. See, being a teacher and looking at social media, it's a nightmare! All around the world, you'll see common mistakes with apostrophes. I'm sure you've already seen some. If you haven't, here are some epic fails. So hopefully we'll have a wee quick chat about why these are wrong. Summer place, pets welcome, on-site dog park. So if you look at that, the plural, if you just need a plural, you just add S, correct. No apostrophe needed. Pet becomes pets. You don't need an apostrophe, you're just saying there's more than one. Here that looks like pet is welcome. I don't know who or what pet is, but they are welcome. Get more gifts for kids. Again, it's just a plural, not needed. Welcome to Clapham Junction, Britain's busiest railway station. The railway station belongs to Britain, therefore there should be an apostrophe. Correct, between the N and the S, because Britain owns it. So it's Britain, so you put it between those 2. We're going to do your and your next week as well. Smile, you're on camera. What should that be? Apostrophe R-E, correct. You are on camera. You, apostrophe R-E. Colgate, shame on you. Dentists look after your teeth. Who looks after theirs? Apostrophe. Epic fail. Horizon West Kids Play Area for residents and their guests only. 2 problems in that one. Can you see what it is? The play area belongs to the kids there's more than one kid, so the apostrophe goes after the S. Then they've just shoved one on a residence. Plural, residence doesn't need one. Do you see the difference? So if you're just making a plural, you just need S. If something belongs to you, like the play area belongs to the kids, then it needs one. Eagle Heights, Kent's Bird of Prey Centre. So again, it belongs to Kent. They've missed that one off. But there's worse to come, people! Ah! Look at the bottom. Birds, apostrophe S. Reptiles, meerkats, otters, and more. No, just no! They just need they don't need the apostrophe. Right, hopefully that's been a wee refresher for you. Remember, if you want to do a little bit of work on this and what you've learned today, pop to the Abe Hire Facebook page, ask to join the groups, and there's a couple of worksheets on there. I put them on as a PDF and Word in case some of you don't have Word or a printer. They can just pop it up on the screen and do it. Save the environment a few twigs, yes, with the paper printing. Tomorrow, hopefully you can tune in. We're going to look at how to read poetry, and you're going to get your chance to write a little poem yourself. I can't do poems. You will be after tomorrow. Don't you worry about that. Hopefully you can tune in at 10:30. If you have older siblings or you know of anybody, this afternoon's lesson for the seniors is close reading top tips. So hopefully they'll find that useful. It might be useful for juniors as well. Like I said, some seniors won't know how to use an apostrophe. So these lessons are very loose. You can join in as many or as little as you want. And if you miss them, if you sleep in, then they're all going to be uploaded to YouTube after it, so you can pop back and have a wee revision of it if you like. So please join the Facebook group, as I said, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody on the planet. If you're not on Facebook for any reason, then, or if people are, you know, people that might want to but they don't have Facebook, the resources that I'm putting on are also on Google Classroom, so that's the codes there if you want to take a quick pic or jot them down. So to join the Broad General Education Group S123, that's the code. For the seniors, that's the code as well that you need. So you're very welcome to have a look on that. And again, they're both on PDF and Word. There's the wee thing there. If you'd like to say thanks, Leslie, for all that amazing lesson that you've given me today, that's the wee address if you'd like to buy me a cup of tea to keep me going, because I'm up very late. And also, don't forget to clap for our amazing carers at 8 o'clock tonight. Okay? Hope you've had fun. Hope that's been a revision for adults and kids alike. And I'll see you tomorrow for the poetry lesson. Have a fab day. Thanks for joining. Bye! Alexa, play.